Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 18th. Again, I pray you had a great day yesterday. Thinking about maybe how we follow Jesus in this next step of ministry, huh? That's what we're focusing on. We're looking at some of the points we made last Sunday as far as the step we're taking. This step together, this vision that we're entering into of ministry together as God's people here. Certainly the building, but not the building. It's the people we can touch, the relationships. That's the vision of ministry. We're using the building as a tool, and also the people we can touch online. And we're doing all this so that we can be people who through our witness touch people with Jesus, and then teach them how to walk with Jesus, how to be disciples. This is the vision for ministry that God has given us. And it's amazing the parallel with the children of Israel in the Old Testament. When they came to enter the land, it was flood stage. The river was at flood stage, the worst time to enter it. And yet in the adventure God had planned for them, that was the time to enter it. Well, God has us on this adventure. And as I've mentioned through all of this, adventures are not places where things go smooth all the time. They can get real messy, but that's the point of being on an adventure. And we're on an adventure with God. We can trust him. He leads us. That's what we looked at last time, right? We follow him. And so the children of Israel, they come to this swollen river. They send Jesus ahead of them, God ahead of them, God's presence, right? And we know that presence in Jesus. And this is what happens when the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant, when their feet touch the water. Yet as soon as the priests who carried the Ark, I should be in front of here, I'm sorry. Yet as soon as the priests who carried the Ark reached the Jordan and their feet touched the water's edge, the water from upstream stopped flowing. It piled up in a heap a great distance away at a town called Adam in the vicinity of Zarethan, while the water flowing down the sea of the Arabah, the salt sea, was completely cut off. So the people crossed over opposite Jericho. And so what is God showed his people and us? Is showing that he's going to clear the path. Not only do we follow him, he's clearing the path. He's making a way for us on this adventure that we have in him. It's like Jesus going before us, clearing the way. And I think this is so powerful for us to see. God he shows us signs and wonders throughout the Bible. And I think many times these signs and wonders are God showing us that he's clearing the way for us as we follow him and take these steps on this mission that we're about. I think on the day of Pentecost, you saw this powerfully. You saw the wind blowing, the spirit, the ruach. I think the wind stood for the Spirit of God, how powerful it was. And you saw the little tongues of fire on their heads, and they could speak languages that they had never learned. God gave them these great signs and wonders, and he didn't want them to miss it. That he was opening the way, that he was preparing the way. And you saw it here with the children of Israel. Their feet touched, the priest's feet touched the water, and boom, you had these walls of water. And for posterity, notice he pinpointed geographically where this had occurred. Very much, I said this Sunday, but very much like in my mind, Christmas, right? When Quirinius was governor of Syria in the first census under Caesar Augustus. I mean, point in time. This is not a make-believe story. This is God at work, kind of plowing the ground for us, opening the way for us, huh? And this is what he does. He miraculously works ahead of us as we take these steps in ministry, as we go forward. You really can't miss this. We the last couple of years, we've been getting into this building, right? And we even had a phrase, right, to try to figure out if we were going to come here or not. And we said it was new place, more space, same grace. And yet God has worked, and it's been an adventure because it's been messy, right? There's been many challenges through all this. And we should never think that we're the ones that overcame them. God continues through us. He works through us, right? To plow the space, to open the way. And so now as we're entering the building and going forward in this new area of ministry online, as we're more and more looking to grow in and understand what it means to be disciples who lead others to a place of faith and baptism and walking with Jesus, that God is plowing the way, that God is opening the way for us. And we're just stepping into it. And for us, for instance, to use the building and not understand it's about people would be crazy. It's always about relationships. It's always about touching people because that's what God's kingdom is about. So today, what I want you to take with you is that, we follow Jesus, but he's also opening the way. He's plowing the space, miraculously preparing the what is ahead for us as we continue to join him on mission and ministry. Together as his people, individually in your life, God is working ahead of you. And that's awesome stuff. Would you pray with me? Dearest Jesus, it's amazing how you teach us through your ancient people what it means that we're taking this new vision, this new step in ministry, and the strength and the power you give us when we understand that, we follow you, but you also clear the way. Help us to understand this, Lord. You said to your disciples, as the Father has sent me, I'm sending you. So you were sent first, and in a sense, you break the trail. And we follow you, and you make a way for us as we look to make disciples who follow you and who will make other disciples. Lord, make us excited to know that, things aren't going to go smooth and there'll be challenges, but through it all, you're going to open the way for us. Pray in your name. Amen. Great to be with you. We'll see you tomorrow yet. Bye-bye.